I have been on a good one today. This is my third video. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you hit that bell because we are dropping a bunch of new content today. We're going to get straight into it. I let you guys know earlier that I wanted some spicy content today. So I've asked for, the political jargon, and my husband has not disappointed yet. So let's get straight into this.
So it's been with great sadness now that I've been elevated back to the rank of citizen in the Republic to watch this agency being dismantled,
Mm.
this agency being torn apart, the toxic workplace, that environment that they have now created in the agency, firing some of the best, the brightest, the most talented leaders, and firing them for cause when, in point of fact, they have no cause. The truth is, Social Security for 90 years has never missed a monthly payment. But giving the wrecking ball and the people they are driving out of this agency, we are going to see several
Mm.
things happening in the very near term future.
The reason why they are not worried about this is because these jobs are not going to be replaced by humans, you guys. Can we just be honest? The man who's at the spearhead of all of this has access to robots, $20,000 robots. If we don't think that he's not going to come in and use AI for all of these jobs, we are poorly mistaken. Yes, I know this is a tough thing to deal with. There are people losing their jobs, qualified, skilled workers who have probably been there forever. But just like anything, there's a boom of something, right? Well, right now, we have been in the technology boom for as long as I can remember, these past 20 years, being somebody who's probably the first person on the internet. We are going into a new world. We've been going into a new world with said chat GPT. Now we're having agents. We're having all of this done. We don't need people for these jobs. That's what they're telling us. That's pretty much what they're doing. They're just not saying anything. They're showing us in their actions. They've let go of more people than has ever been let go in a job that I could think of. I remember when retail stores were being shut down, but nothing to this level. Nothing at this level. They've let go of veteran workers, federal workers. Today, they're about to let go of school workers from the education department. They're about to let go of just about everybody. And this guy is telling you they're letting people go from the Social Security Department. Those people's, their information is necessary. And we're thinking, well, who would be able to take over their job? It's going to be the computers. They're like, we don't need you. We do not need you. Now, how sad is that? To the point where we are going to lose valuable resources. But the tough pill to swallow is they could take all of their information, they could put it in a download that will run faster. That's where we're at. So, as we're all sitting here looking at this and we're getting emotional about this, I think it's time to start coming to grips with they don't need us. I think there have been people who have been in other sectors of work outside of the government who learned a long time ago that they weren't needed. So, they had to find a different avenue to go down, or find a different career, or find a different job, or find somewhere else to get hired because they were just no longer needed. They are phasing these people out. It's as clear as day. They are phasing people out. They say, we're going to just, trim the fat down to the most skilled workers. No, what you're going to do is you're going to trim the fat down to the person who knows the most. You're going to give all that information to a database, and then that person will eventually be replaced. And then you'll just have somebody who's coming in and pushing the buttons. We are back to, you remember when we were little kids and we watched the Jetsons and he would just come in and push the button? That's what we're going to be needed for, especially in this. Just come in and push the button. Make sure that the computers are on. Eventually, they'll be their own buttons. They won't even need us to push. Because there's no other way you can let go of that many people. And what are you going to do? Nobody's doing their job. They just haven't said that. They haven't shown a story like this and then cut to a room of just all the servers. Nobody's just shown that yet. Cut to the room of the servers to show these 6,000 people who just lost their jobs, and then cut to a room of just servers where it's just a few hard drives. And at this point, is it even hard drives? You might tell me, oh, it's quite different. It's even smaller. They don't even need all of that. That's where we're at. I think it's just being slowly fed to us that nobody's been able to really figure it out. But we need to start digesting it very quickly. This is what's happening. And what this guy is saying is, yeah, this is absolutely right. Like, this is heartbreaking in the sense that these people are losing their jobs. But that was of old times. That is how Elon Musk and his team is thinking about it. He has 6 people on his team, 6, that are doing the work of how many people did it used to take before to do what these guys are doing. There's only 6 of them. Talk about a trimmed skeleton crew of workers. He didn't bring in 30 people, 50 people, 100 people to come in here and go through all the information. He brought in 6 guys with computers and AI bots. That's what he brought in. He said, unleash your information, figure out what's going on. Are they doing checks and balances and finding out where there might be errors? Absolutely. Are they going in and just cutting positions without realizing who they're cutting? Absolutely. I remember a couple weeks ago, they let go of people they didn't even mean to let go of and then could not get them back because they didn't have access to their emails because the people were logged out of their high profile email accounts. How sloppy is that? So you do need humans, okay? Because humans, there is a nuance about us that you cannot take away. You can absolutely implement all of the computers in the world, but when the computers just start cutting people and firing people and don't realize that Molly, that's been in that position for 30 years and has started it with the head boss who knows every single thing, didn't give up all the information because Molly knew these days were coming. Molly said, oh no, honey, I didn't give you. I taught you everything you know, not everything I know. That's what Molly's doing. And Molly ain't coming back. Molly said, you gave me the opportunity to be let go and to retire early, and you gave me my severance. Well, guess what? I've been working for 30 years for you guys in that cold building where I've been sitting on a desk doing everything for my pension. And now I know that I'm not even going to get as much as I did. So, guess what? I'm taking that information with me. This is where we're at, you guys. So the people who are left, they really need to start making some serious moves as far as what they're going to do because they might not even have a job. They're going to get you for everything you know, and then they are going to let you go. Having AI capabilities, having these new agents that are coming in, having computers that can do everything that we do in a fraction of time, especially when it comes to administrative tasks, which is what most of this stuff is. In the Social Security building, it's all it's all administrative tasks. You know, have you ever tried to fill out for Social Security? Have you ever helped an elder person in your family fill out? You have to go through all of this documentation. You have to go down to the building. You have to sit in line. You pull a number and then you sit in line all day and they tell you, well, if you get in by 7:30 in the morning, you might be seen by the afternoon. If you get in before 12, you might be seen by 5. But if you get in too late, you might not be seen till the next day. That's not going to happen anymore. There won't be those people in the offices. It'll be you reach in to the Social Security through an online platform. And if somebody calls you back, it's not going to be a lovely lady on the phone, a lovely gentleman on the other end. It's going to be a computer asking you very straightforward questions in a very monotone like to get all of your information. Matter of fact, I heard that the wait times at the Social Security building are 234 days to have it processed, whereas before it could take 24 to 48 hours. This is what I heard. So do not fact check me on that, or maybe you can fact check me on that and give me the information because I absolutely heard that. So this is what's going to happen within Social Security. As this guy's saying that these are sad times, what's happening, who's going to have the checks and balances, is going to be the computers. We are at that point. We are here. We are now. They are letting go people in mass droves so that they can have their little systems come in. They don't have to pay people. That's how they save money. Not only are they trying to cut $880 billion from Medicaid, they're also trying to shave off every single piece of fat, is what they call it. But it's not fat, it's the muscle. Okay? That's what it is. And when you do all of that, the other parts of the body has to start overcompensating, and then what's going to happen? So right now everything seems very chaotic. We don't know what's going to happen. We're in the middle of dark days are looming, right? I say just be prepared. Don't start going crazy spending. Do what you normally do. Pay attention. Pay attention. Make sure your family's straight. Make sure your family's right. Keep your eye on both sides. Don't just look at the Democratic view. Don't just look at the Republican view. Don't just watch MSNBC. Don't just watch Fox. Watch it all. Because when it comes down to it, these parties that we claim don't show up at our funeral. They don't. They do not. You can be a Republican all day. You can be a Democrat all day. At the end, you are you. So that's who you need to look out for. And the people who come and help you. And half the time, they aren't even in the same party as you. So y'all need to start getting it together. Okay? Get it together. They're letting go of everybody, and the high paying jobs that all of us send our kids to school to get, that we went to school forever, that people probably spent 50, 60, 70, 80, $110,000 in school debt to get these jobs are all being let go. There's no more pension. There's no more retirement. There's no more Social Security. It all needs to be cut so that we can make America great again. And sit tight, you guys, because it's only going to be for a little bit. We'll be able to get back on course. Yeah, when everybody has just been when everybody has just completely given in and or jumped off this boat because they see that it's sinking and they'd rather just drown than have to go down in a slow, painful way. I mean, come on. It's time. And I don't want to push like, oh, you should be fearful, because that's what it seems like I'm doing. I'm being realistic, okay? I have been raised to be realistic. I've never been like, oh, it's all rainbows and butterflies and gumdrops. No, honey, it's not. It's rocks and stuff that gets stuck in your teeth. So you need to pay attention and you need to make sure that you're safe, because the jobs are going. And when after they take them all out, it's going to go into the other jobs. It's called the trickle down effect. It affects all of us. So that was my rant. I'm just ranting when it comes to this stuff, and I appreciate you for sitting here with me too, because I watch entirely too much news, and I'm never gonna stop. I'll never stop. I just love it. As a kiddo, I was growing up next to my parents. My parents watched the news all the time. I've been, that's something that I like to do. So that's what I wanted to kind of share with you after watching that video, because that's kind of where we are, you guys. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. Enough about me. I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you next time. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because this is my third video that I've done today, so we're dropping all of them. I appreciate you so much. Peace out.